Well, it's 8:04 on Tuesday morning, and not a great looking day. Leaving Hastings going to Peterborough, and overcast. Some possible rain might happen in about an hour, but the wind is favorable coming from the northeast, so that'll be behind me. Anyways, I'm off to Peterborough, and it was a great time spent here in Hastings. Met a lot of loopers, and just a lot of people just walking by and saying hi. Hastings on Tuesday morning, and there's Jacob. He's getting ready to leave on his personal watercraft, finishing the loop. Some very nice houses along the way here. Just leaving Hastings. That's gorgeous. And we'll be coming up to the old train trestle shortly. Nice quiet morning. And I'm just going to cruise at 7.3 kilometers an hour right now, drawing well, out of the battery bank, it's just over 500 watts in that, so it's not too bad. So some solar generation, very little, but I'll just go along like this for now, and I should be good. And very narrow entrance here, going through the old train bridge. I know it's probably about, 50 feet across, if that. And I'll be going down this long stretch, narrow stretch, and then it'll come out into Rice Lake. So I expect about a good 3 hours traveling before I get to the Napanee River. Especially going at this speed. It's an interesting looking home. $901. Interesting. So one of the loopers left about 20 minutes before me, and they're up ahead. And then coming up behind us is another one. They're gradually creeping up on us. Nobody's going too fast, which is nice. No wait. It's always good. Again, very nice cottages, homes, I should say, along the shore here. Some nice highlands on the port side. Starboard sides a little bit lower, a little swampy on the along the shore. And this boat just went by me. They're creeping along a little bit faster than I'm going. I'm doing 7.9 kilometers an hour, so they're probably doing about 9. So an interesting community. They're all, I guess, it looks like little prefab houses. Almost like a trailer park. But little cottages. So I'm now on Rice Lake. And the wind conditions are good. Slight breeze behind me, which is fine. I wish the sun would come out, but can't have everything. I'm thinking it'll be about 2 hours from here to get to the Napanee River, because I'm just going along at like 7.8 kilometers an hour. About 2 hours and then head up the river. So I'm probably about a third of the way across Rice Lake, and lots of geese out front passing by. The sun is starting to come out, so I'm producing about 500 watts, which is not bad. So hopefully it will get a little bit more sunny. There we go. And here comes Jacob, because he got some fuel, hopefully.
going to go to the reserve and get some cigarettes. So I might catch up with him later this week. Maybe Bob Cajun, we were just talking, he wants to be in Bob Cajun for some festival on the 10th. So I think I'll be through there before the 10th, but then I might catch it on the way back. So anyways, very nice chap. So heading across Rice Lake still, and conditions are getting better. So it's going to be quite nice today. Anyways, you meet a lot of people along the way, a lot of loopers, and Jacob, who was on the Polaris, personal water vehicle, whatever you call it, but it was a Polaris. And the other people walking by and just start talking to you, and you hear interesting stories. Well, one guy stopped by yesterday, and he was probably, I'm guessing late 40s. But with some people, you think that they're, when they tell a story, they could be just full of it. But there might be a grain of truth to it as well. And so anyway, the story that he told me, which was, I found interesting because I grew up in that era of the Avro Arrow. And for anybody who follows Canadian history, they will know that this magnificent jet was, military jet, was being developed by de Havilland and in the Toronto area. And then the budget got cut, and they had about 6 prototypes, and they were ordered to cut them all up and dispose of them. And well, why wouldn't they have kept any? But so that's probably an ongoing question: is why wouldn't they have kept something like that? Well, supposedly his grandfather was one of the people that were in charge of cutting them up. And he told me that they cut one up just to basically, I guess, show everybody that they're cutting them up. But the rest, they didn't. And they were, I guess, he's telling me that they're in the water somewhere, like in Lake Ontario, and that his plan is to go and try and find them and recover them. He says his grandfather is still alive and knows the exact coordinates of where these planes are. Anyways, interesting story. I think it's a fabrication, but it was just an interesting story to hear.